Hola, comadres. It is super late on Tuesday to be bringing a pep talk, but I did not want to give up and leave y'all wondering what happened to me. No, I did not escape to Disneyland. That's just some of my Disney stuff in the office, just to brighten it up and, make it feel fun and exciting over here when you're in the middle of fundraising and budgeting and financial reports and doing trainings and doing everything that you can to continue to advance the mission of the program while still managing life. And sometimes I do better at those things than others. It's been really busy and my energy level has been low. I shared that last week. I thank those of you that reached out to me with support. Whenever we're a person who has tangled with depression, it doesn't ever really go away. Anxiety or depression, it seems like they can be in remission and they can spike up sometimes when we least expect it, and other times we can see it coming. What I've noticed in these past few weeks is that one of the things I need to do when my mind is worn out is let my body rest. I had so much of a habit of keep going, press on, just keep doing it, bulldoze through it, throw it into overdrive. I've done that for so much of my life that, it has a cost. It definitely has a cost. And what I've come more to terms with is that Kathy Power is not the same every day. And that I may have to stop, refuel, and recharge when the logical part of my brain says you should be able to A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm not helping myself. And I think if a comadre came to me and said, I've been feeling really overwhelmed, overtired, over anxious, what should I do? I would not look her in the eye and say, well, you should do more. Push through. You can do it. You've done it before. You'll do it again. Rah, rah, rah. No, I would say, listen to yourself, comadre. Pay attention to what you need. The reason we get in deficit status so often is that we have been ignoring our needs for way too long. And I know that I'm the type that I'm going to follow this idea, follow this idea, follow this idea, and try to keep all these plates spinning at once. And sometimes I just can't run fast enough from one to the other. And I have to decide which things are just not going to get attention right now. And that is okay. If my plan is that I have to keep everything going at high altitude and high attitude, something's going to fall. Something's going to fall. So I have to pay attention to what are the most important things. And one of the things I've noticed lately is I just require more rest. I require more restoration. And I require closing my eyes to some things that would have kept bugging me before. Being able to just look at the situation and just not today. I'm not going to handle that today. This is what I can do with the resources I have today. And that includes emotional resources and physical resources. I always talk about emotional real estate, right? And I say, why do we give so much of our emotional real estate to somebody who's done us wrong or hurt our feelings or made us angry? We give them all our emotional real estate and there's nothing left. Well, sometimes we do that with energy as well. We go to the thing that is screaming the loudest. And if it's our child, then yeah, we're pretty much stuck with that child, right? We're pretty much stuck that we have to deal with what their immediate needs are. But if we are continually putting off what we need and not listening to ourselves, it's gonna cost us now and it's gonna cost us later. So just, take a moment today and look at all the things you've done for everyone and all the ways that you are there in your work, in your relationships, in your parenting, in your friendships, and stop for a minute and think, well, hey, what do I want? I've seen the situation where you're out to eat with family or friends and you want to see what everybody else is getting and you want to know what everyone's getting because then I'm going to decide. What if I just picked what's best for me and didn't have to look all around and see what's everybody else getting, what's everybody else doing. What if I could just say, this is the woman I'm going to be today, and I'm not going to worry about what someone else is doing, having, thinking, feeling. When I'm tuning in more to my own needs, I can say, you know what, Kathy? It's okay if it's 6:30 p.m. and you haven't done the pep talk, and you're going to sit down and do a pep talk, and somebody is going to hear something of value to them. You might not be holding the phone right. You might be wiggling around. And you know what? That's okay. Because the intention and the goal, this is for me as much as it is for you guys. Like you might be like, well, I was like, oh, I got to do a pep talk for my comadres. I need this for me. I need this for me because I need this time in this space to connect with myself. Because sometimes I'm not paying a lick of attention to what's going on in my mind, in my heart. I just know all the stuff I got to get done, I got to get to, that people are waiting for, that I could have, would have, should have done yesterday, but I didn't. And I realize the sun is going to come up tomorrow. And if I have to be at maximum output, I might as well just not even get up tomorrow. I'm not going to be at maximum output. There's going to be times when I can be highly creative and highly perceptive and highly effective. Like this morning, we went and gave a training for a lot of agencies, nonprofits, with what we've learned and how we've grown and how we've evolved. I really enjoyed doing that. It was great hearing from other nonprofits, what their mission is, how they're helping the community. And I feel happy to be a part of that. But I know that cannot be all of me. Sometimes I have to really pay the attention and put the time into, what do I need for me? Because if my value is mostly from giving, when I can't give what I want to give, I can begin feeling like a failure. And that's one of the things I've learned in this season of life. That what I give has value. It's not about the amount. It's not about how many people receive it. It's about, does it come from the heart? And is there a potential for impact? I don't have to measure how many people watched it or saw it or whatever. I just know that when I reach out and make a connection, I'm really happy that y'all are there. Whatever shape, whatever situation, whatever's going on in life, that's what real comadres are. They're there for you no matter what, in the ups, in the downs, in the busy times, in the quiet times. And you know what I love is that y'all love me just the way I am. If I'm hyper, if I'm exhausted, if I'm yawning, if I'm like bouncing off the walls, all of that is me. And it's great to be in a place with people who accept all of me. And I just want to say I accept all of you. And I can't wait for us to connect again, any way that you want to connect. Online, on Zoom, here on YouTube, email, Instagram. When you want to connect, we'll be here. Take care, comadres. Have a good night.